What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to great news. $10,000 EIDL stimulus update for November the 5th, 2020. I need you to do me each favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL with your comments below. Share this video all over social media. And if you'd like a chance to win $1,500 in cash prizes, see my last couple of videos in the description. I need everyone right now, because we'll announce the winners in the next couple of days, to make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because if you don't hit the bell, how are you going to know who's going to win and what you have to do in order to claim your prize? Ladies and gentlemen, it appears, I love smacking the desk. If you're new here, I got a brand new desk and I like to smack it, especially when there's great news. You may have heard the stock market is once again up 600 points in the Dow Jones. That's over 2,000 from last week's low. You might be asking yourself, how the hell is the stock market on fire once again when we have a contested election? Still no winner declared as of Thursday morning. Perhaps on its way to the Supreme Court, as I said yesterday. It's all about divided government. It's all about divided government. Whether Trump hangs on or he's replaced by you-know-who, you're still going to have divided government. The Republicans are going to control the Senate. They gained 7 seats now in the House, so while Nancy is still the head speaker, we have divided government no matter who's going to claim the prize in the White House. So the market's going up and up and up. But what really has the market on fire, I wonder what my neighbors, I've got neighbors right behind me. They're the cutest couple. They got a brand new baby, this gorgeous husky. Do you like dogs? I love dogs. They have a beautiful little family. But every time I hit that desk, I'm convinced that she can hear me. So that's just too damn bad, because it appears that Darth Vader, ladies and gentlemen, has returned from the dark side. The one and only Mitch McConnell, in the last 12 to 24 hours, has come out and said, and I will pin this in the top comment, it says McConnell calls for coronavirus package before end of the year. I will quote the one and only Darth Vader, Mr. Skinny Bill himself, who's been anti-EIDL from the day one. He's apparently had a change of heart. Now that there is no election risk, it appears it's time to go big or go home, because Mitch McConnell just said, quote, "We need another rescue package." What? Mitch, are you okay? Do we need to check you in? Are you sure this is you talking? We need another rescue package. Hopefully, and I continue the quote, the partisan passions that prevented us from doing another rescue package will subside with the election, and I think we need to do it, and here's the best part, I think we need to do it before the end of the year. This coincides with Miss Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House. So ladies and gentlemen, this 7-month-long saga appears to be coming to an end. I do not know the details of what it was with respect to EIDL and getting you guessed it, $10,000 of cash advance or the balance thereof if you already applied, and a loan up to $2 million if you qualify. Just real quick, all 3 bills get you 10 grand. The EIDL for Small Business Act, S4227 in the Senate, $80 billion for the grant, $100 billion for the loan. It gets rid of the loan caps, put them back at $2 million where you belong. No reapplication, no additional documentation. You cannot be discriminated against regardless of size. This is Groundhog Day all over again. If you don't want the loan, you can still get the $10,000 grant. And last but not least, if you got shitty credit, because you need 570 in order to get the loan, you still qualify for $10,000 of cash advance and a loan if you have a score north of 570, up to $2 million if you qualify. In the House, we have 2 bills, or what they call acts. We got the Problem Solvers Caucus bill, or act, whatever the fuck they call it. You know, YouTube, you might want to stop penalizing me because I'm trying to give away my money. How many other channels are giving away $1,500 of cash prize in the next few days? Nobody. I see these mega channels other than Mr. Beast. Maybe I could be the Mr. Beast for small business. Maybe I could grow this channel into millions of subscribers with your help. And not just grow your business, but give away thousands, and then maybe tens of thousands, and then maybe hundreds of thousands. The ball's in your court, folks. I think I have the goods. I got the swag, the personality, whatever the hell you want to call it, in order to get it going. But if you guys don't continue to watch, and by the way, our views are way down, so I don't know if it's because of the F-bombs or you guys are just tired of hearing about stimulus, the election, and EIDL. We need to get it cranked back up. We need to get it cranked back up, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned for those cash prizes in the next few days. But look, we have the Problem Solvers Caucus bill. It's no longer going to be necessary, so that leads us to the HEROES Act. In the HEROES Act, on page 5 of 87, in the summary, it says $50 billion for small business assistance. That, to me, means getting you the balance of 10 grand if you already applied for the EIDL cash advance, and a loan up to $2 million if you qualify. But on page 32 of 87, in the summary, is this mysterious EIDL Lifeline grant, and that calls for $40 billion. In order to qualify, you got to have 50 employees or less, and you got to have a 30% economic loss or more as a result of the pandemic. And what that means in very simple terms, if you can prove with your bank statements or your tax returns that going into this year, let's say in January and February, you were doing 10 grand a month in revenue. If the pandemic or the forced lockdowns beginning in March caused your business and your revenue to drop to at least 7,000, that's a 30% economic loss. So if you can prove that your revenues and or your business declined 30% or more as a result of the COVID-19 lockdowns, then with respect to the EIDL Lifeline grant, which is in the HEROES Act, which I think is going to take center stage. That's what MCCONNELL offered, $1.92 trillion a couple of weeks ago. Are they going to go up to 2.2? I don't see anything stopping you, Mitch McConnell. The election's over. We're not going to have to worry about the Senate or the House for 2 more years. Give these people $600 a week in extra unemployment benefits, not $400. Give them $2,400 in stimulus checks. And with respect to EIDL, give us the $10,000 of EIDL cash advance or full, or the balance thereof. Give us the loan back at $2 million and get rid of the reconsideration process. Streamline it into one email. There's no reason Ms. Carranza can't send a simple email stating, we gave you $100,000 4 months ago. Now that the HEROES Act is passed, you're entitled to get another $100,000, or if you have the documentation, tax returns, bank statements, business credit cards, 4506T in terms of the forms, 2202 in terms of the liabilities, you know the drill. We'll give you a loan up to $2 million, even if you already got cash. Let's get rid of the reconsideration process. Make it a streamline. Do you want more money? If so, check the box. Forward these 3 documents, and somebody, because they've had plenty of time to staff up, will make sure you get your money at least within, let's say, a week. And one more time, the Lifeline grant is 50 G's or 6 months of working capital. So as I said yesterday, I believe if the HEROES Act passes, you're going to get your 10 grand or the balance thereof. So if you already got 1,000 per employee like me, you'll get the rest of the 10 grand. The loan caps go away back to $2 million. I just gave them an easy way to get rid of the long waits with reconsideration. Just send an email. If you already got money, we'll give you double that amount because the effing pandemic. I got to keep the F-bombs to a minimum or they're going to keep penalizing. We don't edit around here either. They're going to keep punishing me, which means I can't give you guys away. I would never give you away. I can't give away as much money. Slow down, Jason. I can't give away as much money as I'd like to if we don't get the views. So I have to watch my mouth. I know some of you love the F-bombs, but I got to keep them at a minimum or they hide me in search and they crush me on views, which destroys their AdSense revenue. So one more time, we're here, folks. Darth Vader has in fact returned from the dark side. Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi want to do stimulus. I hope they go big or go home. We don't know the details yet in terms of what you are going to have to do with respect to EIDL. With all of the fraud that there's been, and there's certainly been a shitload of it over the last several months, they may say, hey, send us a bank statement. Send us your incorporation papers. Send us a business credit card statement. Send us a driver's license or passport. In other words, prove that you're real. Because if you can't prove that you're real, folks, you don't have a business checking and or a website, you're not incorporated, you're just a cash business and you have no proof through no receipts at all, you can't expect them to want to follow through and give away $10,000 of cash advance or the balance thereof. And you definitely are not going to have a chance, in my humble opinion, to get 50 grand. Because with respect to the Lifeline grant, one more time, you got to have 50 employees or less. You got to show a loss of 30% or more. So if you have working capital, let me define it. It's payroll, it's business credit cards, it's rent, it's utilities. So if you're paying yourself $5 grand a month and the rest of your expenses are $3 grand a month, that's $8,000 times 6 months is 48 grand. According to the Lifeline grant, which is in the HEROES Act, page 32 of the summary, you are entitled to $48,000 with the example that I just gave you, provided you have less than 50 employees and you can show a loss of 30% or more. So look, we are finally here, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally here. 7 long months. The game's not over yet. We're going to have to wait, my guess is another month or so to get the money. We need to see the details, so I will stay on top of any news announcements with respect to the language in the bill and what you may have to do in order to qualify for one more time. How many times have I said one more time? My goodness, over the last one more time. $10,000, a cash advance, a loan up to $2 million if you qualify, and $1,500 in cash prizes within the next few days.